People who criticize are the ones who are insecure. That is the name of this video. This is a video about hair loss, and this is very important to anyone who is subscribing to my channel, wanting to learn more about hair loss. This is one of the most important videos that you can watch. It really is. If you've already heard my theories, this is the next thing really you need to hear. This is what's going on with my channel right now. People who criticize are the ones who are insecure. Now, in the last 24 hours, I received 3 comments that back up this theme as far as what this video is about. Let's start with Philip Barge. He left a comment on a video I made called Hair Loss, Interview with My Dad, Age 60. Here's what Philip Barge said, quote, "I would never have thought," quoting me, "people who criticize are the ones that are insecure." Interesting. I don't know what motivated you to do these videos, but man, it's like thanks. And thanks, Dad, for giving us such a cool guy. So lots of compliments there. Notice the word compliment. And notice he has had this epiphany that there's psychology involved with this whole hair loss thing and criticizing. There's psychology. Now follow that train of thought. Okay? In the same 24-hour period, I got another comment from someone else. And I won't name them because I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to embarrass anybody here. But there's a video I've made called Another 49-Year-Old Man with a Great Hairline Couldn't Grow a Beard Until His 20s or 30s. Okay? Someone who I will not name had this to say about that video. Quote, 23 years old, God tier hairline, been able to grow a full beard since 18, you mad? End quote. Now, when I deconstruct that comment, I don't see that as, oh, that person's trying to be offensive or anything like that. I think what they're trying to say is ultimately that I have all these theories about the sooner you can grow a beard, the more likely you are to start balding sooner. And I've interviewed more than one man who's 50 or older and perfect hair, but struggle to grow a beard. So he's basically kind of saying, look what I'm doing to your theory though. And by the way, are you mad because you don't have a perfect hairline and but I can still grow a beard anyway? There's criticism in there. There's kind of a bite to it. So there's no compliments, but there definitely is criticism in there. Now, of course, this person admits they're only 23 years old. So it's easy to have a perfect hairline when you're 23 years old. All right. So notice the theme. We've had one person compliment. They said, wow, I like your psychology. Another person says, I'm going to try to poke a hole in your theory because I'm finding one perception of an exception to the rule here. Are you mad? Now check out that comment. There's a lot of psychology in you mad. No, I'm not. Why? Because I control my emotions. There's a breaker switch, on or off. I don't allow other people to control my emotions. I control my emotions. When you see me acting emotionally, there's a motive behind it, and that's going to be the sequel to this video. I don't have enough time to talk about it in this video. So why would I be mad about that? Am I supposed to be mad because he's trying to apparently poke a hole in my theory, or because I don't have as much hair? I don't know. But no, I'm not mad. But you can tell there's that bite, there's that negative energy. And you know me, I'm not about negative energy, I'm about positive energy, which is why people like me. That's why people watch my videos. Otherwise, this video channel would have died a long time ago. There's only so much you can talk about hair loss. It's more about psychology. Now, let's look at another comment that backs up this concept of where we're going with this, about how people who criticize are the ones who are insecure. Okay, so check this out. I'm looking at another comment, also came within the same 24-hour period. Here's one. I made one of my most recent videos as of right now. Why is hair loss such a big deal? Culture versus insecurity and identity. Okay, and I hope that you've watched it. It's an 8-minute video. Please keep that in mind. It's an 8-minute video. With that being said, let's look at a comment. I won't name the person because I don't want to try to embarrass anyone. Here's the comment. Quote, "You're wasting your time. Just find a job, then being a home dad." End quote. Okay, so check out the psychology here. This person sought out my channel, which is about hair loss, which already implies that's someone who is concerned about losing their hair. They spend enough time to think about it, search it, find my channel, watch the video, spend 8 minutes of their life watching a video, and then ultimately telling me that I'm wasting my time, even though I'm making money from these videos and they're not, and they spent 8 minutes of their life. And they're saying, I'm wasting my time, just go find a job, and I guess instead of being a stay-at-home dad. You can see again, negative energy, biting. They're trying to tear down is what's trying to happen here, right? And yet I'm not emotionally affected by this. I look at this and here's what I think. This is a person who is insecure. It's another person who is insecure. Because again, they spent their time thinking, oh no, am I losing my hair? Let me watch a video on it. Let me spend 8 minutes of my life watching it, and then let me spend more time commenting on that, and let me criticize and tear down this concept. So can you see, we've examined 3 comments. One, which backs up the whole theme, that insecure people who are not secure in their identity, are more likely to tear other people down, or at least attempt to. You can't tear me down because you don't control my emotions, I do. Okay? So we see that with people. We see that in the comments. So can you see how predictable that is? If you are a person who is secure in your identity, no matter what, like I am, I don't get emotionally affected by what other people say. Notice how positive my channel is, how I'm building people up constantly. That's why people subscribe to this channel more than any reason, is because I'm building people up and I'm countering the words of that hair loss bully in the mirror, or their perceptions of what society thinks of someone who's losing their hair. I'm building back up. So people who tear down are the opposite. They're not confident in their identity, they're insecure in their identity, and that's why they're tearing down. Now, this is part 1. I have a sequel coming up right after this, talking about how we can use emotion to either manipulate other people or allow emotion to manipulate us, and how that relates to hair loss and why that's so important and who we are. Thank you for watching. Please know that this is one of the most important videos I've made in recent history. This is really what this is all coming down to, is the psychology part of it. Not so much about hair loss. This is a hair loss channel that examines the psychology behind that. Keep that in mind. This is what you need to be zoning in on. Now, stay tuned for that sequel.